On my first weight loss journey, when I was losing 100 pounds, I hit a plateau and I was like, wait a minute, like, what am I doing wrong? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love, and today we're gonna be talking about plateauing. So, how to break a plateau when you are actively losing weight, you're doing everything you need to be doing, eating the right foods, working out, you're not cheating, and it's like, why aren't you losing weight? I just want to share a few things that might help you. They really help me. And now over time, I've learned so many other things that have really helped even now. So for those of you that don't know me, I've lost over 100 pounds. I have been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. So trust me when I tell you that I have dealt with a lot of plateaus in my life. Now, when you hit a plateau, in my opinion, it just means your body has kind of gotten used to your routine. And now you just gotta kind of shake it up. Like you gotta switch it up. On my first weight loss journey, when I was losing 100 pounds, I hit a plateau and I was like, wait a minute, like, what am I doing wrong? I haven't cheated. I'm working out like 7 days a week. I was really restricting my calories, which I don't recommend at all. But what happened was my body just got used to what I was doing. Let me know if you are currently dealing with something like that, if you've dealt with something like that, and maybe what you did to break that plateau. I just want to share things that really helped me break plateaus over the years. This is just from personal experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian. I've just had enough experience through my own weight loss journey to share these tips with you. So my first tip is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a great tool to have and to use. Now, you don't have to go overboard and do like a 24-hour fast. If you can handle it, absolutely do it. I have done up to a 7-day water fast and it was pretty brutal, but I didn't do it for weight loss. I actually did it for healing. I was having crazy gut issues, and so I did a 7-day water fast. Intermittent fasting, I'm talking about something very mild, 14, 16 hours, 18 hours. If you can extend it to a 24-hour fast, let's just say you had dinner last night and then you wouldn't eat until dinner again today. But that to me is like a little more manageable to do a 24-hour fast that way, because you don't actually go a day without eating. You just kind of do the 24 hours in between. That has really helped me in the past. During that time, you can still have water, you can still have black coffee, you can have electrolytes, you can have tea, even like some nitro cold brew, stuff like that. There are actually a lot of different ways to fast. Whether you want to do like a bone broth fast, a water fast, you can do a beef fast, you can do an egg fast. There's so many different fasts. If you want a video just on fasting, comment down below and I will put that together. They are all great in terms of breaking a plateau and losing body fat. Another thing that has been really helpful for me has been lowering my carbs. So if you are already living a low carb lifestyle, if you are already doing keto, but you're doing like 20 net carbs, 50 net carbs, 100 net carbs, another thing that could really help break a plateau is drop it down, almost down to zero, like 5 carbs. It's not easy, but you're not starving yourself. You can literally have eggs, sausage, bacon, burger, you can have steak, you can have salmon, shrimp. I mean, literally just think protein. Stay away from anything else just for 2, 3, 4 days. You can either measure it by just going down to 5 carbs a day, or just think only eat protein. So it pretty much boils down to the same. The only thing I would say is your 5 carbs, you can leave it for like a slice of cheese. You can leave it for maybe a few slices of avocado. You can leave it for a splash of, creamer in your coffee. Like, it's very minimal carbs. Another thing that has been really helpful has been eliminating sugars, even artificial sweetener like stevia, even erythritol, monk fruit. All sugars across the board, just eliminate them. No, regardless of whether you're doing a regular diet, paleo, you're doing keto, low carb, just take out all sugars. It really just depends on how you feel, because you'll start seeing the scale drop. Once that happens and you broke through the plateau. I usually say a week. I think a week is a long time. I think you could do it for 3-4 days and you'll see the scales start to move again. But these are all just different things that have helped me. You can implement whichever one you feel like kind of aligns with your style or with the way you're feeling at the moment. Another thing are snacks. So I know if you're a snacker like me, eliminating snacks is really difficult. But when you have reached a plateau, if you're having snacks and all that, you're probably having 2 to 3 meals. I would say just do your meals, nothing in between. Not even like, oh, but it was just olives, or oh, it was just pickles, or oh, it was just some veggies. Like, no, just eat your meal. Make sure you're nice and full and satiated, and do not eat again until you're having your next meal. Because snacks usually are really calorie dense. So if you're having a lot of snacks, 200 calories here, 100 calories here, they add up. And then, oh, but I got my Starbucks drink, but oh, it only has 150 calories. Okay, but then you have that plus your snack plus a handful of this and that, and now you're having an additional 600 calories throughout the day that you weren't really accounting for. So snacking is another thing that can really stall your weight loss. Drinks. I just mentioned your drinks. So drinks can be very calorie dense, and again, they can have a lot of like sweetener in it, which some people are more sensitive to sweetener. It does not matter if you weren't sensitive to sweetener a year ago. Our bodies change, and literally overnight you can now be sensitive to sweetener, you can be sensitive to dairy. Just be very mindful with the drinks that you're having, with the cream that you're pouring into your coffee, even just creamers. You can be adding an additional few hundred calories of creamers, which at the end of the day, at the end of the week, if you add that all up, you might be over consuming calories in your drinks. If you have it once in a while, no big deal. I'm talking about what you're doing daily. Now, dairy. Dairy is actually something that I had to eliminate out of my diet completely for about 6 months. Not only was it causing my weight loss to stall, it was actually causing me to gain weight, and I was super inflamed and I was having chronic allergies. But I have heard a lot of people break stalls just from eliminating dairy alone, which I know is kind of hard because of the cheese, because of the cream, because of the ice cream and this and that. Trust me, I know. I've been there, done that. So let me know if you've eliminated dairy and how helpful it was. Did you see a weight loss? Did it actually break your plateau? Like, what were the benefits that you noticed from it? Because a lot of people deal with a dairy intolerance and have absolutely no idea. They think it's completely normal to have like a stomachache after they eat ice cream or after they have sour cream or something. It's not normal. That's your body telling you that it is not okay with you consuming dairy like that. I'm not saying you have to eliminate it forever. You just really have to work on your gut. So drink a probiotic and prebiotic, start having a little bit of bone broth, eliminate like seed oils like canola, corn oil, soybean oil. All of those oils are super, super inflammatory, which is why I create a lot of those recipes here on my channel, because I want you to be able to make your own at home. I'm telling you, I know it just seems like, oh, but it's just a dressing. Oh, but it's just a sauce. Not only will they wreak havoc on your gut, but they can also be stalling your weight loss. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to eat dairy ever again. You just really need to focus on your gut health. So I've been on a whole gut health journey. All you need is a really high quality probiotic and prebiotic. The one I take is from Seed. I'll leave it linked in the description below. You can use my discount code, which is lowcarblove25, and it'll get you 25% off on your order. The one I take is actually a 2-in-1. So it has the probiotic and prebiotic in one. So you don't have to go shopping around looking for one and the other. So it's a capsule within a capsule. It feeds all your gut bacteria. Before I started taking it, I was just dealing with a lot of issues where I was getting super bloated, could not have dairy whatsoever. My hair was falling out. I was having like dry patches all over, and all of that was just stemming from my gut health. So I've been taking it for about 2 years. So of course I'm not dealing with any of those issues. I've definitely incorporated dairy back into my life, which is why I'm telling you that it's not like you're never going to be able to have it again. If you don't have a high quality probiotic and prebiotic that you love, then I highly recommend Seed. It's their DS1 symbiotic. I'll leave it linked for you. Now, gluten is another big one. Gluten is another thing that I personally had to eliminate. I'm gluten-free at this point, just because it just caused me so much digestive issues that I just decided to leave it overall. It's in bread. It's in a lot of like crackers. If you currently consume gluten and you have hit a plateau, I would highly recommend temporarily. Nothing of what I'm saying is forever. I would recommend eliminating gluten and dairy. Like, those are the two things that I personally think can really stall your weight loss and also cause a lot of digestive issues. and inflammation. When I eliminated both gluten and dairy, without changing anything else, I literally lost like 10 pounds. Lastly, I think working out. I worked out 7 days a week. I used to do a ton of cardio. And then it got to a point where I was like, wait a minute, why I'm working out 2 hours a day? Why am I not seeing any results? Like I'm sweating, I'm eating right, I'm not eating junk. I felt like I was doing everything right. What had happened was just like my body got used to the same exact workout every single time. So if you're currently just focused on cardio, add in some weight training. If you're already doing weight training and cardio, just switch it up a little. Maybe even take a little break. That's probably like, wait a minute, like, what are you talking about? But sometimes you might just need it. Maybe you're going too hard. That's another thing. I was doing that at one point too. I'd go in, do abs, do cardio, start with cardio, then do abs, then do a little bit of weights and finish off with cardio every single day, 6 to 7 days a week. My body got used to it. And don't get me wrong, working out is a stressor on the body, but the benefits outweigh the cons. For the most part, for most of us, working out is fine. It's a good stress on our body, but you might just be overdoing it. I'm not saying stop working out forever. I'm not saying eat a ton of calories. I'm just saying maybe don't be as restrictive. Maybe don't go to the gym as many days. Shake it up a little, which is the same actually with carbs. If you're already doing a super low carb diet, maybe you need to carb cycle. If you want to know a little bit more about carb cycling, protein cycling, comment down below. If you're having 20 carbs a day, maybe for the next 2 or 3 days, do 50 to 100 carbs. And that alone, it kind of just resets your system. I'm not saying go eat chips. I'm not saying go eat ice cream and cookies. I'm talking about sweet potato, maybe some potato, some white rice, some quinoa, maybe even a little bowl of oatmeal. I'm all about nourishing your body. And even with complex carbs, they can be helpful. I hope these tips were really helpful. Back in the day, this video would have been so helpful to me. So I hope that it is helpful to you. If you have friends, family that are living a low carb lifestyle, that are just starting a weight loss journey, or that have hit a plateau where they're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, share this video with them. Share my channel. It might be really, really helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.